Uh, okay, welcome everybody to our newest uh, podcast we have going here. Um, it's called the Your Happy Show with Melanie out of Florida, uh, where I believe we are talking all about health and wellness stuff, and her organization of Amari Global, and this is part of the World of Ability Network. And special thanks to Mark Sart, Jay Stolian on the Disability Channel, and Zach on this panel, allowing us to have this on their platforms. So I guess I'm going to pass it over to Melanie to get the ball rolling here. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, well, thank you, Emily. So I'm just going to take today to kind of introduce myself and why I got involved with Amari and, and all the good jazz that led to this journey of mental wellness. So my name is Melanie, and Emily actually said my last name right, which not many people get my last name right, so that was amazing. I'm a mom of 4 kids, and I have been married to my sweetheart for 25 years. It'll actually be 33 years we're dating this year. So the journey between us has been absolutely amazing. I have a fitness background. I am a fitness expert. I've been in the field for almost as long as I've been dating my husband, which is kind of interesting and funny. I'm a personal trainer, corrective exercise specialized, and a group exercise instructor. And currently I am injured, so none of that is existing at this moment, just due to injuries and life and things that are happening. So our mental wellness journey has been quite interesting. My oldest son has cerebral palsy, a set of cases of cerebral palsy. I have 4 kids. So the second child has autism, and she lives in New York. My third child is an NCAA Division II athlete for soccer in Missouri at Rockhurst University, and my youngest is an MLS next soccer player down in Florida. So our lives are very busy. Our lives never stop, but it doesn't mean just because we don't stop that things don't go crazy, especially in our mind with mental wellness issues. I mean, we have had injuries that have knocked us flat on our butts. And when I say flat on our butts, I mean such as my son who was doing CrossFit. All of a sudden, he had ended up tennis elbow and wasn't able to pull himself up on the bar, and he had competition in 3 weeks. We had another son who just earned his starting position on the team, and he fell and broke his arm. Same thing happened the last day of tryouts for my daughter. It wasn't tryouts, it's preseason, and she trips on the field, and literally the arm is bent. So, we've had struggles, and that comes down hard on a parent, and it's not easy for a parent. So you're worried about your child and how it's going to get done, and how the coaches are going to come down on your child, and how they're going to fight back, and mentally it wears on you. So as a parent, the struggles have been they've been real. I would give anything to have my kids succeed. I would give up my entire career for my kids to succeed. So when they're not succeeding, it really weighs on me every single day. I want to solve their problems. I want to get them back. And sometimes you just can't. You just have to sit back and wait. And that's when those mental struggles really build up on you. And I giggle a little bit because it's just so frustrating. And me giggling is sometimes a way to relieve anxiety, which other people don't understand as well. That everybody relieves anxiety in different ways. But when you're injured and you're sitting on the couch and you're wondering what is going to happen next, am I going to get back into my sport? Am I going to get my starting position? Am I going to be able to compete? All the different things build up in your head. The anxiety takes over. You don't get to release your anger in the certain ways. You don't get to release your tension in the same ways you do, and you don't necessarily know how to switch it. Well, when I went with Amari Global, I was having some major issues as a parent. My brain fog from all the kid stress. We just came out of COVID, right? I had a kid during COVID, moved to New York. We had another one right after COVID, going through the NCAA process. And those of you who don't know that the NCAA process, when she was going in, everybody who is in the NCAA at the time was rewarded a fifth year with their scholarships. So scholarships were very hard to come by because all those 2 to 3 years, depending on the college that they were affected by COVID, their scholarships were rolled over. So that was a tough thing. We had just numerous things start to happen, and my body took a big hit. I started going into a brain fog where I couldn't see the hand in front of my face. I was tired all the time. Like, all I could think about is going and taking a nap. But when I went and taking a nap, I couldn't sleep because my body wouldn't rest. I was having body aches where the stress would come and I'd have to sit on a heating pad because my body would just hurt so bad. So the stress had consumed my body. Now everybody's like, well, change your diet. Well, meditate. I did. I meditated. I had a whole food, gluten-free, dairy-free, vegan. I said pescatarian because I did eat some seafood. No to low sugars, no processed food diet. So you would think that I'd be doing everything right, but the stress just overtook me. And I didn't know where to go. So I literally took the wrong dog outside and I looked up and I said, okay, Lord, what are you trying to tell me? I'm listening, because obviously I'm not doing what you think. So I started taking happy juice, and my husband goes, I'm not getting on that stuff. You go ahead and try it, and we'll see if it works. Said, okay, fine. But I'll do about anything right now. Researched ingredients, made sure it was verified, because I have allergies, gluten, dairy, and meat allergy. I can't just take anything. And within 3 days, it just felt different. Like the fog was starting to lift. Like I could see people and hear people a little more. And I thought, I'm like, okay, I'm on to something here. Within 2 weeks, my energy had come back. I could hear the kids again and keep up with their energy, right? I was able to go to networking groups, and I was able to really start living my life again. I thought, my kids need this. My kids have suffered through having mental issues right now, and they need this. If I back up, the first one had cerebral palsy. The second one has autism. So I knew they needed some help, and they weren't quite getting it because the oldest one got on medication. And it was not taking care of everything. It was taking care of some, but it was not taking care of everything. So I had my oldest son try it. And the next day he walks downstairs because it's delicious. And I come downstairs and goes, I don't know what's in that stuff, but can I have another one? You need to tell me why, right? I want to know why. I don't know. I just feel different. Within a week, he had, prior to this, quit school, quit CrossFit, and he refused to get a job. And he's 4 years old. Within a week, well, I should say more like a month. A week he felt better. Within a month, he enrolled himself back into school without our permit, without any help from us, loans, anything. He went back to CrossFit, started competing, and he got a job. Like, holy cow, if this is happening, maybe my daughter, who is dancer up in New York, so she's enrolled in an academy called AMDA up there, and she would all of a sudden couldn't handle the noise around her and start in a corner, and she was having the hardest time coming out of this and moving forward. She was having mental breakdowns on the train. She was having mental breakdowns at school. She was having mental breakdowns on the phone with us, and we didn't know what to do. She was one that refused to go on medication. So I called her up, and she took a little longer for her body to adjust. I'd say within the 2 to 3 month mark, Josie came back to us. Now, she still has episodes. Both of them still have episodes, but they know what to do. So she's able to not go in the corner and hide anymore. She's able to come out and work through her episodes. It's been absolutely amazing to see. Meanwhile, all this is going through. My husband comes to me, and I'm a former EMT. And just my hands, like my heart is racing. My hands are hurting. My head's hurting. something's going on, like any pain radiating on the left side, no, any chest pains, no, I think you're okay. I think you might be having anxiety attack. I don't have anxiety attacks. I don't have anxiety attacks. I'm having a heart attack. Okay, let's go to the hospital. Went to the hospital. Long story short, the nurse walks in and says, "Sir, you really need to worry about your mental health because you're having an anxiety attack." And I almost threw my phone at him. Almost. I was this close to throwing my phone at him and said, "Are you not paying attention to what I'm doing and how the kids are doing?" He had some major issues with the medications they put him on. He had 7 days of extreme headaches and extreme body aches to detox. He got on Happy Juice and will not get off it again. In fact, I tried to leave and take some samples to some people that I knew, and I got yelled at from him, text messages the whole way home. "Where's this stuff at? You can't leave me without this stuff. Why are you leaving? I can't believe you took it with you." I'm like, oh my gosh, calm down. It's been also amazing with focus with my youngest son who has ADHD and my daughter who is in Kansas City who's having stomach issues. So just by adding what Happy Juice is, our family went from not thriving to absolutely thriving. And as I said before, do we have days when we're not at our best? Yes, absolutely. And if anybody tells you that you're going to have every single day that's perfect, please run, right? Because the things that can change your gut: stress, anxiety, food. So many different things can change your gut bacteria, which changes your mood, which makes you not function as well, which makes life seem a lot harder than what it is. And then you start falling apart and don't know where to go. You know, as a mom with the kids with a disability, there's one thing that I had to learn. I had to learn to put myself first. Once I put myself first, things got easier for me because I was able to handle the stress that was coming at me. I was able to handle the everyday little things that were causing my body to shut down. I was able to slowly start gaining my life back. I was able to live again. I was able to authentically laugh again. And I am so thankful for this that comes into my life. So I'm going to backtrack just a little bit about learning disability so you know a little bit more about me. So, you know, I have 2 kids, the autism and cerebral palsy. My oldest also has a social disorder, but I also have a learning disability as well. So there's a lot of times when through my learning disability that I felt like less than myself. I didn't feel like I was worthy to be in a room with other people. I didn't feel like I was worthy to talk about this knowledge that I have. And even though I knew what I was talking about, and let me tell you why. I have a reading comprehension disability. I still read at 6th grade level. I have dyslexia. And I stutter on my thoughts and words sometimes when I'm put into stressful situations. So sometimes I will come across wrong when I'm not meaning exactly what I mean to, because I'm trying to get it out in a hurry situation. Everything in my mind is boggled. I'm trying to get it out. I'm trying the hardest that I can to communicate with you, but you're not hearing what is coming across in my head because it's not coming across in my mouth correctly. And this has led me to so many setbacks, of feeling that I am not worthy, of feeling that I don't belong, of triggering my fight and flight, because when it happens, all I want to do is go call in the corner, because how many people have not known that I struggle with this and have called me out on stuff when that's not what I meant, or held it against me when that's not what I meant. When people have disabilities, we can't always communicate correctly with people, and we need a team around us to say, it's okay, try it again. Instead of saying things like, don't do that. That's not the right words. You are wrong. Don't say that again. I don't want you here. And that's things that I've heard. That's things that I've heard that it made me fight and fight. That's things that why that I seek every single day to help other people rather than hurt them. That I found Amari Global because it has pulled me out of my fog to where I can step back and go, you know what? I don't appreciate you saying that. I have struggled for years trying to communicate with us, and I am really trying here. And if you can't see that I am trying, please take a step back because I am doing the best that I can. But it took me a long time to build up the self-confidence to do that and to not let the stress inside my body take over when all I wanted to do was go hide in the corner and cry because I don't know how to get my point across. So I'm excited to be doing this podcast. I'm excited to be helping people that don't know exactly where to go when life is crumbling around them, and to let them know that there are people out there who care. There are people out there who have gotten through struggles. It's okay to get angry at times, and it's okay to get mad, and it's okay to have setbacks, okay to stumble on your words, but it's how you move forward. And it's a community of people that you have around you to just make you feel absolutely amazing when things aren't going right. So thank you again, Emily, for having me. I'm excited to be doing this. I'm excited to be helping people. Hopefully, we'll help a lot of people through this, through the struggles, and get everybody back. Recording stopped.